Y'all have to excuse me for being late. I was stuck behind my teacher, Miss Gross. Felt like I was in the hallway stuck in traffic. Miss Gross' ankle's been down and out for 26 years. Miss Gross' ankle's got the strength of a graham cracker, just broke down. Look like she walking on lava and Legos. Her feet every step down there going, ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Feet and ankles just looking like two peeled bananas into ouch, ouch, ouch. How you mess up your ankles from a lifetime of wearing kitty heels? Miss Ross stepped in that classroom, her ankle said, ouch. I'm looking around like, is there a cat in pain somewhere? Why is no one doing anything? There are at least 2 stray cats being tortured somewhere. You know when something big is about to topple over, but it never really does? That's what it's like walking behind Miss Gross in flats. Miss Gross' ankles move like 2 hypnotized snakes. I'd be behind Miss Gross ready to pull out my flute. Miss Gross in the hallway, what's happening to me? I'm behind her like, how you pigeon-toed and duck-footed and bow-legged with knock knees and club-footed? Her ankles look detachable. Miss Gross get home and take off her ankles like breast doll feet. When I met Miss Gross, I thought she had a bladder problem. Miss Gross' ankles got the strength of a broken horse leg. One day I was about to take her out with the Nerf gun like the farmers. And then the principal came. I said, too soon, too soon. But the only thing worse than Miss Gross' baby ankles is Janitor Budding's breath. That man's breath smell like what the job entails. Ooh, that man's breath smell like he used his mouth to clean toilets. And Janitor Budding's got that arch nemesis breath. I walked by Janitor Budding's cleaning the hallway. He was singing Breathing by Ariana Grande. I turned to him and said, I wish you'd stop. Smell like a diarrhea derby up in here. Just keep breathing. That man breathed in my face. I must have stopped like I was in the Matrix. After he froze time, I grabbed his breath and threw it back at him. Everything unfroze. That man looked at me like I shot his dog or something. Then he had the nerve to get mad and huff at me. Every time that man's breath hit my face, my voice lost an octave. By the time I got to class, my voice sounded like Biggie. I gave Janitor Budding some Doublemint gum. By the time that gum hit his jaw, that gum said, He gonna need some infinity. Infinity mint gum. Every time Janitor Budding smiled, a dove died. Janitor Budding said when he died, he wanted an open casket. I said, that's fine by me, but I'm putting in the request to bury your teeth at the wake. If they open that casket, everybody in the church gonna be leaving with the church finger. There is no way. There is no way. Janitor Budding's breath got a proud atheist walking out like. Janitor Budding's had the nerves to say he used crust. I said, you mean crust? Budding's mouth looked like a car seat with trapped crumbs. You ever sit in somebody's car and find yourself sitting on a McDonald's fry? That's Budding's mouth. Budding's ain't flossed since the last millennium. Word has it, Budding's breath killed Miss Gross' last good ankle. Hey, Mr. Roberts, how you doing? That's Mr. Roberts, y'all. And he can't afford housing. You still living in a student lounge? Mr. Roberts got tenure and still can't afford to pitch a tent under an off-ramp. Everybody think Mr. Roberts big, but really his clothes just too small. Mr. Roberts so broke, I caught him in the office stealing lost and found clothes. Mr. Roberts likes eating in his office. He once turned a kid's cardigan into a bib. Mr. Roberts got a heart to talk with Elmo on the back. We was outside for gym and that man was trying to stay warm with a Powerpuff Girl bubble coat. It was casual Friday at our school and he was our substitute. He came in wearing an extra small hoodie that said Earl's Rock. We didn't find out until later that the G was under his armpit. Mr. Roberts said the best thing about being a kid was building forts. I asked him if that prepared him for his future of sleeping under my desk, and he didn't like that. Mr. Roberts is an inventor. He once made a hammock out of Scotch tape and kindergartner jeans. You know, if we let him struggle a little bit longer, he might be able to craft Miss Gross some new ankles. He came rolling in with a new necklace, talking about the stones is from the humble grounds of Hawaii. I said, sir, that's sweethearts and pop rocks. I don't know, it's kind of sad though. I got to school early and caught Mr. Roberts sitting in front of the school shirtless with baby Nike booties on his big toes. I said, oh my goodness. Are those rainbow leggings? Who is approving the dress code? Mr. Buttons, please close your mouth. It smells like you cut the booty in here. Y'all ever let food collect in y'all sink and forget to use the garbage disposal? That man breath right there. Like you gargle with body sweat. Y'all ever seen that little cloud of dirt that followed the little dude on Charlie Brown? like swamp water. Every time Mr. Buttons sneezes, I get a whiff of broken wind. Please close your mouth, bruh. Smell like overripe depends in here. Even his breath trying to escape his breath. When Buttons breathe, his soul be trying to get out. When Buttons breathe, he be like, I'm getting lightheaded. His soul be like, almost there. Every time he breathe, you hear his soul singing Luther. He open his mouth wide enough, you hear boom, 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 boom. This mouth is not my home. Buttons came over to my friend Mama's house. She said, you gotta wipe your shoes before you come in. Buttons gotta wipe his mouth on the welcome home mat before he step foot in my house. I mean, that on everything. Buttons said, is you serious? I said, this here is everything to me. My funny jungle. My funny jungle. Oh, Brock's leaving, y'all. Oh, just walking away like a brass dog with no feet. His ankles dragging like a bag with a body in it. Them ankles dragging behind her like a dress train. They don't make no sense. Mr. Marco's laughing. With a jaw that wide, I'm surprised he can get his mouth open. Look like the head of the future. Yes, this state-of-the-art head can withstand the blow of 2 gorillas. Jaw look like the strongest vehicle on the market right now. Mr. Marco was at a car dealership. A lady walked up to him and said, honey, look at that one. Is that a ram? Mr. Marco's head so big. Every time Mr. Marco blinked, he looked like the head of Chuck E. Cheese. Mr. Marco was eating a pizza at Chuck E. Cheese when the kids walked up to Mr. Marco and said, ain't you supposed to be on stage? Mr. Marcos was at Chuck E. Cheese. He couldn't afford his bill, so he got up on the stage and was like... Mr. Marco got into a fight with one of the parents at the PTA meeting. One of the dads was about to punch him in the face. I said, why? You can't just break that man's hand like that. Parent said, I was aiming for his face. I said, not you, Mr. Marco's jaw. Mr. Marco's jaw is made out of Teflon, alloy, and black mothers. It's strong. I would rather go toe-to-toe with Manny Pacquiao than that man's jaw. My mom was tired of her old car. I love that car, but she said it had to be destroyed. So I'm thinking we going to the junkyard. Then we pull up in front of Marco's house. My mom said Marco's jaw so strong he could look down and crush a party bus. Marco's jaw has broken family homes just by walking down that street. Oh, he getting mad now. Every time Marco squint, he look like a hot dog cord, just a jaw with eyes. When he buys sandwiches, what am I saying? He don't bite anything. The sandwich is already being digested by the time he touches his mouth. If Marco had Buttons' breath, we might have been all right. His face so big, we would have had time to leave before the breath reached us. Marco's face so big, his breath go through time travel before it escapes. Marco was in the audience on The Masked Singer, and the judges thought it was a celebrity under that jaw. They trying to figure out what kind of mask his jaw is. Is that a koala Jeep Grand Cherokee? Look at y'all in the audience. And y'all don't feel weird sitting here with a Fiat in the middle of the room? Coming to you live on Lilly's News, a Toyota Camry was parked in the middle of an academic auditorium. Oh, look at him, he big mad now. Marco get mad, his jaw go vroom, vroom. When he get mad, the engine cut on. That man do got some pretty eyes, though. I'm looking like the Volkswagen with the eyelashes. Could y'all imagine Marcos as a dog? He be in dog school, jaw-butting dogs for treats. Coming to you live on Lilly's News, a pet bull with a state-of-the-art jaw sends dogs into panic. Marco went on a date the other night, and on that night, he went in for a kiss. His date said that was one of the best nights of their life. Marco's heart was so full, his jaw grew 3 sizes that night. Marco trying not to cry.